We don't come back again. H Radio School don't come back.
Hello everyone, I am Mr. D, your favorite radio school teacher. On February 1st, H Radio School will be coming back to teach you literacy, numeracy, and STEM subjects.
This is for out-of-school children.
We will teach primary topics on Mondays at 11 a.m., secondary topics on Tuesdays at 11 a.m., and we will have a repeat episode on Wednesdays.
Hope all of una don hear o. Make una tune in on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays around 11 a.m. Parents, if your pikin no dey go school, make una try make them go school for radio so your pikin fit learn. This is an ACE charity initiative powered by Grand Force Foundation.
This nursery and primary school session is for out-of-school children. Hello listeners, my name is Miss Amaka and I am your literacy teacher on ACE Radio School. I hope you're ready to learn with your books and pencils. Fantastic! This week, we will be learning what sound letter S makes. We will learn types of adverbs. Before we start learning what we are to do this week, we will be revising the letter sound L to R. Are you ready? Great! Let's sing. Letter L says L. Letter L says L. Every letter makes a sound. Letter L says L. L, L, leave. L, L, leg. Letter M says M. Letter M says M. Every letter makes a sound. Letter M says M. M, M, mother. M, M, mouth. Letter N says N. Letter N says N. Every letter makes a sound. Letter N says N. N, N, nail. N, N, net. Letter O says Letter O says Every letter makes a sound. Letter O says okra. Orange. Letter B says P. Letter B says P. Every letter makes a sound. Letter B says P. P, P, pig. P, P, pan. Letter Q says K. Letter Q says K. Every letter makes a sound. Letter Q says K. K, K, quarter. K, K, quick. Letter R says R. Letter R says R. Every letter makes a sound. Letter R says R. R, R, right. R, R, red. Amazing! Now I will be introducing the letter sound S. The letter sound S sounds like a snake hissing. S, s, s. When saying the sound S, you wave your hand as if you were writing the letter S in the air. Let's make the sound S with our hands, making the letter S in the air. S, s, s. The sound S starts with words like sun, spider, snail, snake, sing, sand, soft. Can you think of other words that starts with the sound S? Okay, tell mommy and daddy some of the words you can remember. Good. Let us talk about adverbs. Adverbs are words that describe a verb. When an adverb describes a verb, it tells how an action is done, when an action is done, where an action is done, how much an action is done, and how often an action is done. Examples of adverbs are badly, nearly, hungrily, almost, yearly, soon, recently, regularly. The types of adverbs are adverb of manner, adverb of place, and adverb of time. Now let's talk about adverb of manner. This describes how an action is done. Example: Sadiq wrote beautifully on the book. The verb in the sentence is wrote. Beautifully is describing how the action wrote is done. So, beautifully is an adverb. Another example: Kunle walked lazily to the classroom. The verb in the sentence is walked. Lazily is describing how Kunle walked to the classroom. So, lazily is an adverb. Adverb of place. This describes where an action is done. Example: the baby crawled downstairs all by himself. The verb in the sentence is crawled. Downstairs is describing where the baby crawled to. So, downstairs is an adverb. Another example: the car moved backwards. The verb in the sentence is moved. Backwards is describing where the car was moving to. So, backwards is an adverb. Now let's talk about adverb of time. This describes when an action is done. Example: I will do my homework today. The verb in the sentence is do. Today is describing when I will do my homework. So, today is an adverb. Another example: Ngozi goes to school early. Goes is the verb in the sentence. Early is describing when Ngozi goes to school. So, early is an adverb. It's time for an exercise. Are you ready? I will state 2 sentences and you will identify the adverb. Tola danced happily under the rain. What is the adverb? Happily is the adverb. Why? Because happily is describing how Tola danced. Next sentence: Ali walks every day. What is the adverb? Did you say walks? No, this is incorrect. Walk is a verb showing what Aliyu is doing, but every day is describing when Aliyu walks. So every day is the adverb. Excellent. Okay, listeners, we have come to the end of today's class. It's time for your homework. I will ask you 2 questions. Send your answer as a text message indicating your name, gender, state you live in, class and subject to 070-3630-3182. Now, listen carefully to the questions. Are you ready? Here it goes. Question number 1. Mommy talks angrily. What is the adverb in the sentence? Question number 2. Listen to these words. Soil, rabbit, and stand. Which of these words begins with the sound S? Thank you for learning with me today. Join me for another fun literacy lesson next week. Bye!
This is an ACE charity initiative powered by Grand Force Foundation.
This nursery and primary session is for out-of-school children. Hello there! I'm your ACE Radio School Numeracy teacher. My name is Kola Mobile, and you can call me Miss S. Thank you for tuning in today. Today, we will do some activities on division, and we will do brief introduction to remainder. Now, before we begin, let me find out. Do you have your book and pencil? For this lesson, we need counters. These are stones or matches. Quick, get something you can count with. I am waiting for you. You have 10 seconds. Good to have you back. Before we go ahead with today's lesson, let us revise what we did in our last lesson. In our last lesson, we defined division as a method of distributing or sharing a group of things into equal parts. We said division is an opposite of multiplication. Multiplication is repeated addition, and division is repeated subtraction. The main goal of division is to see how many equal groups or how many are in each group when sharing fairly. Example, if there are 16 balls and 4 boxes, how do we put 16 balls into 4 equal-sized boxes? Each box will get 4 balls. So, 16 divided by 4 equal to 4. Therefore, 4 balls should be kept in each box. We learned that there are various mathematical signs which can be used to indicate division, such as a short dash with a dot on top and a dot below. Another sign for division is the slant or slash line. We also learned some special facts about division. First fact, when dividing something by 1, the answer will always be the original number. Example, 10 divided by 1 is 10. Second fact, any number divided by 0 is 0. The third fact is that when a number is divided by itself, the answer is the same as 1. For example, 4 divided by 4 equal to 1. Now, our lesson for today. When something is divided up, it needs to be put into equal piles. Let's say I have 15 sweets. I gave a child 5 sweets. Give the second child 6 sweets. And the third child 4 sweets. Is my sharing fair? No. Now, I want to repeat the same process of sharing, but this time, I will hand out 1 sweet at a time to each child so that all the sweets are shared equally. So, 15 divided by 3 equal to 5. When 15 sweets are shared equally among 3 children, each child will get 5 sweets each. Let us practice dividing 6 counters between a group of 3. Take out 6 counters, which can be stones, sticks, or matches. Have you done that? Good. We have 6 counters. We want to share them between 3 students. How many counters will each student get? Start distributing the 6 counters between the 3 students. After distributing the counters, how many did each student get? Did you say each student got 2 counters? You are so smart. Your answer is correct. That means 6 divided by 3 equal to 2. One more example. Imagine mom bought 30 pieces of akara for breakfast and you are to share them with your brother and sister. How many will each of you get? This means that the 3 of you are sharing 30 pieces of akara. What did you get? Did you say 10? Then you're correct. 30 divided by 10 equal to 10. Let us do a brief introduction to remainder. Sometimes, when sharing equally, we might have a remainder or leftover. The remainder is the portion that is left over after division. For example, on dividing 9 by 2, there is a leftover of 1. It means 9 divided by 2 equal to 4 remainder 1. Here, remainder is the R. Great job, everyone! We have come to the end of today's lesson. But before we go, let me give you this homework. Are you ready? Before we start, grab your phone. Go to your text message and type your name. Have you done that? Now type your gender. Tell us if you're a boy or a girl. Tell us what state in Nigeria you're in now. Are you in Borno, Kano, Abuja? Which state are you right now? Type them in. Now the questions. Choose true or false. Question 1. 9 divided by 3 equal to 3. True or false? Question 1 again. 9 divided by 3 equal to 3. True or false? Question 2. 6 divided by 2 equal to 3. True or false? Question 2 again. 6 divided by 2 equal to 3. True or false? Now, send your answer to 070-363-03182. The number again is 070-363-03182. Press send. Do it now. Today, we did some more activities on division and we did brief introduction to remainder. Until next time, keep learning. Remember to bring your book, pencil, and counters to the next class. Bye, everyone.
This is an AIDS charity initiative powered by Grand Force Foundation.
This is a primary session for out-of-school children. Hello, listeners. I am your Ace Radio School Science teacher. My name is Numeracy-Division, but you can call me Mr. D. Welcome to today's science class on Ace Radio School. Last week, we learned about energy. We learned about the forms of energy and the uses of energy. Today, we will be learning about the sources of energy. We will also be learning more on the forms of energy. But before we begin, let's sing a song about energy. You can sing with me after my first try. Energy in motion is kinetic. Energy that's waiting is potential. But whether it's kinetic or potential, both of them are energy. Energy in motion is kinetic. Energy that's waiting is potential. But whether it's kinetic or potential, both of them are energy. Alright, can you sing with me? Energy in motion is kinetic. Energy that's waiting is potential. But whether it's kinetic or potential, both of them are energy. Alright, now let's learn more about energy. Last week, we learned that energy is the ability to do work. We learned that energy is what we use to run, jump, and even listen to things on radio. Energy is power that comes from a source and is used to provide light, heat, or to work machines. We learned that the main source of energy is the sun. The sun's rays are changed into chemical energy for the plant to help it grow big and strong, which we use to make food. Can you name a form of energy? Are you saying light energy? Electric energy? Can you think of an example of light energy? Examples include the light from the sun and the light from a torchlight or a lamp. Can you think of other examples? Did you say the light from a bulb? That is correct. Energy is everywhere, but we classify it in two ways. The first is potential energy. Potential energy. Potential. Potential energy. This is the energy that is stored or at rest. We also have kinetic energy. Kinetic. Kinetic. Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is energy that is in motion. But first, let's talk about potential energy. Anything can have potential energy. Before we use a battery, it already has potential energy. Inside the battery, there are chemicals that are only used when they are needed. When you put a battery inside a battery-powered toy car, nothing happens until you turn on the switch. This is because the battery's energy is potential. As you sit in a chair, even you have potential energy. Remember, potential energy is energy that is at rest. When a car is not being used, it has potential energy. When you turn on the switch, the energy turns into kinetic energy because the battery's energy is being used. Food also has potential chemical energy. The energy is stored in the food, but when we eat the food, the energy is changed to other forms of energy that we use to move. Potential energy can also be stored in an arrow stretched back on a bowstring. If the string is let go, the arrow moves forward and pushes through the air. As the arrow moves, it gains kinetic energy. Kinetic. Kinetic. Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is moving energy. Anything that is moving has kinetic energy. Mechanical objects, such as a clock or a person on a bicycle, have kinetic energy. Kinetic energy also exists in wind blowing through the leaves of a tree. It is also present in the moon revolving around the earth. Can you tell me other examples of kinetic energy? Just think of anything moving, like when you run, or walk, or jump, or when a car is in motion. Did you know that energy can transform from one type to another? Energy cannot be made or destroyed. It can only be changed into different forms. Can you think of an example in which energy is changed from one form to another? How about a light bulb? We turn it on by plugging it into the wall. What happens when you leave a light bulb on for a while? It gets hot. Well, the electrical energy which gives the bulb its light changes to heat energy, and that is why the bulb gets hot. Alright, we have come to the end of today's class. Today, we learned more about energy. We learned that energy that is stored is known as potential energy. We also learned that energy in motion, such as running, or jumping is kinetic energy. I hope you enjoyed learning more about energy. That was fantastic. But before we go, I would like to give you some homework. I'll ask 2 questions, and you have to send your answers as a text message to this number 070 363 03182. Don't forget to type your name, gender, which is male or female, class, the state you currently live in, and the subject, which is science. Have you done that? Okay, here are the questions. Question 1. Energy in motion is known as. Energy in motion is known as A. Potential energy, B. Kinetic energy, C. Residual energy. Question 2. Stored energy is known as potential energy. True or false? Stored energy is known as potential energy. True or false? Remember to send your answers to 070 363 03182. Until I come your way next time, stay safe, wash your hands regularly, and remember, keep learning. Bye, listeners.
This is an ACE charity initiative powered by Grand Force Foundation.